Hi. I'm so happy you could come over for my wine tasting today. Yes, it's my first wine tasting party. So we're going to be tasting 6 different wines today. And they are all from the Tasting Room. So if you've heard me talk about Tasting Room before, Tasting Room is a subscription, a wine subscription you can get, and your first order, they send you little samples. And what makes this different than most other wine subscriptions is that they give you a wine profile that changes over time based on how you rate the wine. So those first 6, you do a tasting. They actually give you a cute little description of how to do the tasting. And once you go through the basic tasting, you then rate them, and then they send you your first box. And I believe your first box is $79 for 12 bottles of wine. So it's 6 different bottles of wine, 2 bottles of each, which I did back before Christmas. And I got that box, and I shared it with my father, so we split the wines. And then I actually canceled Tasting Room because I had too much wine. It takes me a while to drink a lot of wine because my husband doesn't drink much. So it's usually me by myself drinking wine, which I do occasionally, but it takes me a while to go through a lot of wine. So I got an email from Tasting Room about a month ago saying that they wanted to offer me a special offer and give me 6 bottles of wine for $79 again. Normally it jumps up to $149 and you get 12 bottles, which the price didn't bother me. That's actually not too bad for 12 bottles of wine. But my father has a lot of wine still, and I still had wine. I'm actually just finishing up the last bottle from the first shipment, so it's good timing. And 6 bottles works much better. If I'm not going through it, I can always give some of the wine to my father if he needs wine. But they send you the 6 wines in a large box. You do have to be home to pick up the box, and because it's alcohol, so you need to be home to sign for it. But they give you emails letting you know when it's coming. So this is the first thing they send you, and they sent it to me, this box. They send it with every box, and it just tells you, reminds you how to taste wine, which is to swirl it, to smell it, and to sip it. And they remind you that your wine print, which is your little wine profile, gets better over time, so you need to make sure to rate the bottles they send you. Now, my profile was pretty dead on. I was Devil May Care White and Big Reds. For details on that, just come and talk to me afterwards. I've actually, I did a wine tasting with a friend a few months back with that first group, and she and I talked about this a whole lot, so I'm happy to tell you about it more if you're interested. So those are the two kinds of wine that I like, and they were pretty dead on. So today we are going to be tasting these 6 wines, and I'm going to read you a little bit about each wine. So let me just pull that up. So we will start off with the Beringer. Let's see. So let me open that up. Pour a little for you, and a little bit for me. Oh, hold on 1 second. That's for you. Are there any questions before we start? So we're going to start with the 2 whites, and then there are 4 reds. Most of these I have another bottle of each of these, obviously, for the tasting. And they have been opened and chilled. Some are screw tops, some are corks. That one right there was a cork. So we are going to start off with this first one. Let's pull this information up. So I actually went to a bunch of wine tastings recently I went to Hawks Head in Cape May, delicious wines. And then the other glasses that you guys will have are from Williamsburg Winery, which is in Virginia, and I like. Hawks Head is in Cape May, New Jersey. And the gentleman at the wine tasting in Cape May really, really swirled the wine. So we'll swirl, we'll sniff, and we'll sip. So taste that before I read you anything about this wine. And I'm sorry, this is not the Bacchus, this is the Beringer. Let's find the Beringer so I can give you more information about the Beringer. Okay. So this is Beringer Nights 2010 Valley Blanc White Blend. This wine leans toward melon and stone fruit flavors, apricot, peach, and pear. I can taste a little bit of that. I'm definitely getting a bit of a more refined palate. And that's what these are for. This is just for fun, and you're going to like what you're going to like. There's no right or wrong. Picking up a floral component on the sweet mid-palate. Delicate oak notes of vanilla and brown sugar add to the rich mouthfeel. An intriguing mineral component that keeps the wine fresh and bright. This is a rich, creamy, yet well-balanced wine with a long, juicy finish that begs for another sip. So what do you think? Do you guys like it? I like it. It's a nice one. Tasty. Okay, are we ready to move on to the Myth Maker? Myth Maker I've had before, and I do like Myth Maker. So let me open that up and pour you all some. Sniff. Nice. Very nice. So that is a 2013 Myth Maker Napa Valley Sauvignon Blanc. Fresh, bright, and expressive aromas of Meyer lemon, lime, and ginger zest. I'm not sure I can taste the lime or ginger in that. Maybe a little lemon. With a mineral core and a grip of fresh wild herbs. The palate provides more flowering citrus notes, lemongrass, flint, and cantaloupe melon. Beautifully integrated palate with refreshing, tense finish. Pairs well with cheese, grilled halibut with herbs, Asian and Asian-inspired foods. And it's from Oakville, California. Cheers. What do you think? I'm not sure what I think. I've had it before, and I do like it, but I'm not sure I know I like it. I'm not sure I can taste all of the things that they describe. Okay. Are we ready to move on to the reds? Okay. Well, let's start with the Bacchus. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon 2012 from California. And it says, I sourced grapes from the best vineyards in California for Bacchus. The result is a ripe, elegant wine that offers great value. Cheers. So this is from Grattan, California. I like the label. Okay. So let me pour some of this for all of you. Here you go. So let's swirl. Ooh, I swirled so much I spilled some. Sniff and sip. Very nice. So this is a medium-bodied with ripe plum, black currant, and blackberry flavors with a touch of mint. Can I taste a touch of mint? Let's try to taste the mint. I don't know. Maybe by my third glass I could taste the mint. Cedar and dusty earth emerge on the long layered finish. Bacchus is approachable enough to drink on its own and a great party pour, but it also pairs well with most roast meats and barbecue. Cedar, mint, currant, and dusty earth. Interesting. I do really like it. I really like it. It's got high body and it's very fruity. I'll have to keep drinking to see if I can taste the mint. Okay, you ready for the next one? So this one is 2011 Letterpress California Red Blend. So let's see. Letterpress is an old school art form that requires precision, passion, and dedication, but the extra effort always pays off with a finished product that looks and feels special. We take the same approach to our wine. We analyze each lot to assure that letterpress wines are not only delicious and affordable, but also memorable. They display the effort and care that went into making them. Nice. That is a nice little label. And let's try it. So let's give this one a try. That's nice. So this says, this crowd-pleasing red offers aromas of juicy blueberries and cherries with a touch of cinnamon. While the aromas hint at a straightforward red on the palate, you experience quite a bit of complexity and nuance. A firm backbone of acidity weaves through flavors of blueberry pie, sour cherry, and a subtle herbal note. Some solid tannins make the wine a great match for an inexpensive streak as much as everyday burger. So this is good with meat dishes, burgers. It's nice. It's very drinkable. Yep. What do you guys think? You like it? You ready for the next one? Okay. So here we have Rancho Alexander. I know we're going through these pretty fast. We have plenty of bottles, so we can go back to the ones you like. Just make sure to take notes as you go along, or you won't remember which ones you like. Rancho Alexander 2010 Alexander Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. Michael Holland lives and works in Sonoma, California. His renowned paintings reflect the beautiful Northern California landscape in richness of color, texture, and light. Sonoma County's Alexander Valley has become a leading producer of elegant Cabernet Sauvignon. The moderate climate and deep fertile soils combine to express silky, smooth wines with incredible balance and elegance. Rancho Alexander Cabernet Sauvignon Direct expresses cherry, chocolate cassis, and subtle tannins, all combining to offer you a wine that showcases the best of this appellation. That's pretty. Okay, let's open and pour. Yeah, that one has a cork too. There we go. All right. Okay, let's swirl. And, ooh, I keep spilling. I love wine tastings. All right, let's see. This one says the first whiff is loaded with candied maraschino, cherry, and vanilla. Can you smell the cherry and vanilla? I can smell the cherry. I have a hard time pulling vanilla scents and tastes out of wine. I know people say they're there. I don't. I have a hard time with them. You get the same on the palate with dark undercurrent of cassis, all supported by soft, integrated tannins. This is an unpretentious, unapologetic, crowd-pleasing party pour of a Cabernet. It'd be great with any number of spicy foods, particularly wings or just about anything containing chorizo, Mexican takeout, and steak. So, I would say this is not my favorite. It's not bad. I think this one would be good with food. Yeah, it's hard because I do a lot of wine tastings along with food. I go to a wine tasting dinner, and there are some wines that are delicious with food, and they're just not that good without food, or not as good without food. And I tend to drink my wine after my son is asleep in the evenings, so it's usually without food. It's nice. It is nice. So, the last one is Fortuna, which I have had before. 2010 of Paso Robles Cabernet Sauvignon. Fortuna of Paso Robles Cabernet Sauvignon showcases the growing region's ability to deliver big flavors without being too big. This wine expresses the mineral quality of the soil in conjunction with the ripe cassis and cherry characters known to the region. This wine will accompany many of your favorite hearty meals or a fireplace fire with friends. Okay. So, I've got a cork. Okay. Pour that last one. Don't get sad. We have plenty, and we've got cheese too, and crackers. I just wanted to do the basic tasting first. So, let's swirl. Here we go. And sniff. And cheers. It's another one that is okay. Yes, I have had this one. So this one they claim Smells like bacon buried in a bowl of warm cherries. I don't buy that particularly. It's got, I can taste the cherries, but I don't taste the bacon a whole lot. It's good. I like it. I do like it. But, you know, it's a little bit more earthy than fruity, and I think I like fruity better. What do you guys think? Let me see what you have on your card. Oh, really? That's your favorite? Well, we've got plenty of it if you'd like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can tell you all about Tasting Room. I actually have a link. I'll give it to you if you want to sign up for Tasting Room. It's really a good deal, even if you just do the first quarter, because then you get 12 bottles for $79, and it was really easy to cancel. I think you just send them an email canceling, so no guilt trip when I canceled, and I just told them I had too much wine. I think there's even like a box you can check saying, you know, I currently have too much wine. And so, yeah, it was really not, it was really fun to try. And it's really fun to try like with other people. It's something where I think it really adds to the experience if you have somebody you're going to do the tastings with. So I had my dad and my mom actually. The first 2 rounds we shared most everything. So I would get their opinions on everything. And I will share these with them as well. Yeah, this should be a fun night. Always good to start off with 6 wines. Okay. All right, well, let's get on with the evening.